Hi, I'm Gary. We're featuring non-dairy, unsweetened, preservative-free almond milk.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living, a whole food, plant-based lifestyle.
Many people can't have dairy milk, and maybe they're lactose intolerant, or maybe they just love nut milk. Did you know almond milk prevents heart disease and heart attacks? Almond help prevent dangerous plaque buildup. But the best part is almond increase brain capacity, intellectual ability, longevity, and almonds help maintain skin health. This video addresses how easy it is to make your own almond milk from scratch. Thank you for watching. Supplies and ingredients for the almond milk, left top to left bottom. First is the Ninja 1100 Pro BL660 blender base. Then the red large funnel to pour milk. In the videos I use this green one. An 8-cup measuring cup. You're going to be using that to pour the milk into the carafe. Bottom row is one 72-inch 9-cup blender container. It's on the left side. With the red top is one glass carafe container with lid. On top of that is one candle. It's for to seal the nut milk fabric. 1 cup of raw almonds, not roasted. Near the scissors is one individual single cup with metal blades. You'll be using that to break down the almonds. Then you'll be using one 14 by 14 inch curtain fabric called voile, and you'll use one fabric scissors. These are kitchen scissors. These are the ingredients you need for the almond milk. Here I'm cutting a square of voile. I'll add that in the comments section below. Use better quality scissors than these kitchen scissors. Voile is a vegan approved fabric. In the comments section I will send you a link to it. This is what you're going to be using to strain the milk. It's used in curtains as a backing to make them stronger. To seal the voile you use a small candle, of course matches to light it. What you do is you go around and you see these small little frays. The candle takes away and seals the fray so your fabric doesn't fall apart. Instead of being nylon, it just seals up like if you were sealing nylon rope. This time you're doing a nylon sheet. You have these little frays and it just seals it up. I'll have a link for that on the bottom. It's written in another language, but it's very explanatory. So then you just go back and you recheck. And then what you'll do is you'll save a plastic bag. You'll write on there almond milk. And that sheet will only be used for almond milk. And what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that I have the correct amount of water. So this is the container with the good water. So I've got the container that I want to use, and I'm just checking to see the level. As you can see, it's at 6.5 cups. The next step is blanching the almond nuts. I don't like these brown skins. I remove them. Now soak these almond nuts for 4 hours in your refrigerator. Then tomorrow morning, peel the skins off.
The almonds soaked overnight, and I'm boiling water right now to help remove the skins, but you can see they're already coming out a little bit. This is what they look like when they have the skins removed. See, the skins are coming off. It's a little bit of a long process, but okay, so I'm going to turn off the camera and I'll be back in a little bit. You can see that I'll have all of these peeled, and we'll go on to the next step of making almond milk. We have the last remaining almond nuts that we're peeling, and at this stage the skins practically just fall off. When we first started, the skins were really tight. The soaking and also the blanching in the hot water makes the skins come off easily. Now you can buy these at the store without skins, and that could save you a step. Then we'll wash these again in filtered water, and we'll go to our next step, which will be pulverizing the bean into a paste type consistency. What I've experienced is a cup of almonds creates exactly enough milk for 4 days. I don't use sweeteners because there's plenty of sweeteners in cereal, and I use this in my cereal. Most cereals nowadays have 2 and up grams per cup of sugar, so I try my very best not to add more sugar to my diet. Down to the last 5 nuts. Okay, we'll see you for the next step. So the next step is to grind down the almonds themselves. So I put it in this container. This Ninja has got these blades on the inside. Okay, then I add more nuts to it. See, it's starting to be paste-like, especially on the inside. I just do this until I have all of the almonds blended in the water. See, it's getting more and more paste-like. So all of the 1 cup of almonds right now are in the water. Fill the container. Put the cover back on. Okay, now that it's thoroughly mixed, I put it into the large container. So I pour it. That's a 9-cup container. So I have some remnants. I use the water that I've already measured, so I know exactly how much it's going to make. And I just shake it. Then I open it again and I pour that inside. And I do that until it's clean. I've got as much of the nut pulp out of the smaller container into the bigger container, which is what is going to really pulverize the nut milk. I've already measured my water, so now I'm pouring the rest of this water in. And we put the lid on, and I'm going to turn it on. What I do is I pulse it, leave it on 1. So you just blend it for at least 2 minutes solid, and now you're ready to be able to take the pulp out of the milk. So this is the next step. Now it's time to remove the pulp from the milk. Now you're pouring it into the voile that you've already made. Pour it right down the center. I'm using a 6-cup measuring cup below it to catch the liquid. Now if you don't do this, what happens is your milk gets really grainy. It's not comfortable to drink. Using a large enough vial gives you, see, I'm able to pour this very easily into it. Get the last little bit, you could use a spatula, get it out. But it's not really that critical. You can also use additional water, mixing it out. Now it's fairly clean. You grab the edges of the cloth, like say 4 corners, and you move it forward. Now you see the pulp is in the middle, that little ball. So you make sure you have clean hands. I'm just going to let this drip a little bit. And then you twist the ball, and that's what's so good about this fabric. It's so strong that you can twist it. And you just press the ball and it releases the liquid. And the liquid is your milk. I only strain my milk once, but there's some people who do it 2 or 3 times. And what's left in the middle is almond flour, basically, pulp. But you can make things with this, desserts and so forth. I'm going to squeeze it some more. I keep mine in the freezer, and with almond flour you can make good baked foods. The next step will be pouring it into the container. Put a funnel in the container you're going to use and pour it in your container. This will last 4 days. Now just stick it in the fridge and let it get cool for breakfast. So it turned out I was able to fill my container, and I have a little bit more for coffee in the morning. So this makes 4 days worth of milk for cereal and maybe 2 cups of coffee. Okay, so what we have here in the refrigerator is my container full of almond milk and a little bit more for coffee. Once it gets nice and cold, you'll be able to use it on breakfast cereals. So after you've removed the milk, you save this pulp in a container, and you can make some almond treats later with it. Now here is a frozen one from many containers, and when I'm ready for it, I'll probably defrost in the oven, and then I can make my almond treats. So what you do is you take a large spoon and you scrape off any remaining almond pulp from the voile. Clean the voile, it's fairly simple. You're going to shake it in the sink and just run water over it. You're just removing any of the almond pulp from it. Sometimes I even put this in the dishwasher on rinse cycle only, no soap. You don't want to introduce anything like soap in your milk. And this, the nylon, dries incredibly fast. It's hot right now in California, and so I stick this in the garage for like 5 minutes, and then I'm ready to put it away. And I check it, make sure it's clean on both sides, and it is. And I just try to get as much water out of it as I can. See, there's nothing in there. And now I'm going to put it in the garage to dry up. I'm going to put it on this little rack here, drape it on the rack, and this should be dry in about 5 minutes. Sometimes the milk will separate if it's been sitting in the refrigerator. Get a large spoon or a spatula. It's not as noisy. and then the milk is complete again. Another method is to use a whisk. Take the whisk, not as noisy as the spoon. And it's all put together again. This concludes the almond video. Thank you for watching.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Click the subscribe button, a circle on my face, or click this rectangular and see my playlist. Thank you for watching.
If you like what you see, subscribe. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.